October 17th, 2021. Do 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 do.
Send me away via subspace. Beam me a message from home. Cast me a hello in hollow xenobase. Past the space, I'm not all alone. The corridors are narrow and the rations miss the mark as we fly like Xeno's arrow past the sparkles in the dark. I think of home and what I miss is picnics in the park. Though send me away via subspace. Chat me a line or two. Because though we grow distantly, relativistically, I'm coming home to you.
Yeah, you're gonna take my course just to save your soul. We're gonna try to get ethical. You're gonna take my course just to save your soul. We're gonna try to get ethical.
I've got the treatises by Kant, anything I want. Janet brought the chalk, are you listening or not? Writing on the board, your morals are quite poor. We deserve the good place, you just gotta pass this course now. My tumor feels kind of crummy. You should probably study. Tummy feels kind of crummy. You should probably study. Writing up my treatise, drinking almond sweets. Think I love my soulmate, she loves margaritas. My life is a quandary, we should do her laundry. We got some camaraderie, unlike Jason and Tahani. Tummy feels kind of crummy. You should probably study. Tummy feels kind of crummy. You should probably study.
Yeah, you're gonna take my course just to save your soul. We're gonna try to get ethical. You're gonna take my course just to save your soul. We're gonna try to get ethical.
I like shrimp, like motherfucking shirt ball. Spend my whole life living like a bad janitor. What GD's gotta have a teleology and cook a god. Writing down Plato in my nightmarish clown hut. I can't guess that I'm truly bad. He can kiss my ash, I'm a full trash bag. Hope I can ace this course and save my soul. I'm gonna try to get ethical.
Yeah, you're gonna take my course just to save your soul. We're gonna try to get ethical. You're gonna take my course just to save your soul. We're gonna try to get ethical.
Bulus.
Who's the guy who conquers death? The mister with the whispers when Mumbo forgets. After introducing Pearl and Gem to say we're settling a continent. Shoulder to shoulder, surrounded by water, beyond which reset, risk your face if you wanna. We live close, we build close, we speak in proximity. Season 8's here today, still in its infancy. Mumbo is saying go, everyone's cheering, suddenly scattering, always unfearing. Though it passed by without Mumbo mentioning, there's a crew, you know who to keep you adventuring. Asuma securing villagers, Pearl on fine architecture, Joe grabbing supplies, ready to throw at the first fools who die. Bring on the creepers, bring on the flames. The resupply crew will get you going again. The very first to die, B-double-O, don't cry. Pops and quite chagrin, takes some apples and he flies. Zombie Cleo's next, needs an axe for the road. Gear Geared up and cheered up, she's off with some lows. Gemini and Tay appear slain by Jevin, but B-Dubs is back before Joe loads the first chest in. Then Pearl's killed by Cleo, who Joe had armed previously. Then Cleo's dead too, per Isco mischievously. Impulse SV got blown up by a creeper. Says he won't be back, but how can he be sure? Bring on the creepers, bring on the flames. The resupply crew will get you going again.
The resupply crew.
Assume laddering a mine shaft.
The resupply crew.
Pearl egging a shell.
The resupply crew.
Joe lavaing a portal. Yo, you're immortal, here's a doorway to hell.
Who's the guy? Who's the guy?
Who's the guy who struck his first diamond? Encircled suddenly by three of his friends. Tango, Corrales, and B-double-O, all armed and armored to shake down Joe. Threats bacon triplicate fully surrounded. Joe took to the sky with Cobble unbounded. Lava to dump on the brigands below, or on himself. This direction, let's go! Heading down to somewhere with coordinates in hand. Bridging and a tunneling connecting flower forest land. Cleo is away, so Joe leaves her a saddle. He hopes as he does she won't use it for battle. Returning to world spawn and lighting his tunnel, he keeps striking lava and dies a whole bundle. And drowns hunting squids, though he tried his best. But no worries, back at world spawn there's a resupply chest. Bring on the creepers, bring on the flames. The resupply crew will get you going again. One chest becomes four, labeled in stock. The shell thickens yet with smooth sandstone block. Bushes are placed, ravines are filled in. Also the hermits could keep adventuring. If dying is losing, then living is winning. Episode's done, but the show's just beginning. Pick up some tools, some potatoes and steak, and show 'em you're real, give 'em season 8.
The summer is past, but your days keep growing longer. There's no wind in your sails, but the storm's blowing stronger. Walking hard, standing tall, keeping your head up through it all. Fighting fires, spinning plates. Goodness, how did it get so late? Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and just let your mind flow downstream. Spread out in a moonbeam. Lay your head down and dream. Joe Hills is filmed before a live streaming audience.
That's us. Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. And tonight, y'all are Where's my microphone? Wait a minute. Where's my microphone? My microphone's supposed to be in front of me. It's across the room. You know, the reason it still says setting up stream is I'm having to shout across the room at the microphone. I'm gonna mute and then get it back over here. I had moved it to do a VR thing. I was doing a VR test last night. I thought I put everything back, and I just go to look at the monitor, and I'm like, how come I can see the entire monitor? That never happens. Dang it. Yeah, there we go. Now the microphone is really close to my face, like it's supposed to be. Okay, well, we got that figured out. This is why it still says setting up stream. We're still sorting things out as we go. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. Yeah, Grant Rogers, I muted so that I could move the microphone without blowing out everybody's ears, because lifting up a microphone stand while it's plugged in is not a favor to the people of the world. It's a threat. Okay. Anyway, So we got that fixed. Woo! Welcome everyone. We are going to be resuming our VR streams this Monday and Thursday, which is tomorrow, and then a few days after tomorrow. Monday and Thursday, 8:30 a.m. U.S. Central. Badger Spanner and I'm going to be playing Half-Life Alyx while Badger reads the chat and helps me not get too terrified because it's a scary game. But it's October, so we should be playing some games with some zombies and some monsters and whatnot. That's going to be a mature stream because of the, gore from the monsters. It's a Half-Life game. But yeah, that's at 8:30 a.m. U.S. Central Time. And you might be like, Joe, why don't you do your grown-up streams late at night? Like with the monsters. Why don't you do the scary monster stream at night? Well, the answer is because if I start shrieking in the middle of the night, like right now, then it'll ruin my daughter's sleep. She has to go to school tomorrow. When she's at school, if I shriek, she can't hear me because she's busy learning. Okay? So we have to do the horror games during the school day. But yeah. So we're going to be playing Half-Life Alyx. It's a single-player game. Patrick keeps me company, reads the chat and whatnot. So yeah, we are going to be doing that tomorrow. Well, let's see. Last night on the stream, we did, if you missed last night, we got some work done on these windows here, as well as these windows. Is HHH back tomorrow? I believe it should be. Last week I was away, and then Cleo was going to do it without me, but she got sick. So I think that we had to skip last week, but as far as I know, we're going to be back tomorrow. I'm planning to do HHH tomorrow, although I can only do the first half because I have to get my kid from school. So, Yazzie says, I'm glad you do something more chill at night. I'd never get any sleep if you played horror games at this time. Lol. That's another reason I don't like playing horror games at night. Although, as you could see, last night we drew a little spiderweb trapping NLA. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that, though. No. Bye-bye, LA spider. Uh-oh, that had our setting up stream now on it. Can we... Is there a copy and paste in this software? I actually don't know. Is there a copy? What? There's no copy and paste. Really? That's insane. That makes no sense. How is there not copy and paste in this software? Can I move that to a new... Did I just move it to a new layer? Did that work successfully? Hide layer? Nope. Okay. Show layer. You know what? We're just gonna empty it. We'll create a new layer. We'll do whatever we want in that new layer. Like say setting. Cannot draw on the hidden layer. Trying to draw on the new layer, buddy. Setting up stream now. Boom. Boom. There we go. Bye-bye, LA. LA. Do I want, NJ says, I want to play Faz during the charity event later this month. Yeah, that sounds good. I can do that. Okay. HHH is Hermits Helping Hermits. Where we usually try to get a group task and work together. Okay. So, we have a little bit to talk about tonight. We're going to actually... We've been doing a lot of background work on the castle. So, the focus of the next episode is not the castle. The focus of the next episode is the flower farm. And one of the reasons that we're a little bit behind on that flower farm episode going out is because Wells Night, I used one of my IOUs to have him go work on the flower farm, and he hasn't gotten to it yet. And this chair is dangerously close to the microphone stand leg. So we're going to move the chair. Oh no, and this wire is... Oh gosh, this is just a nightmare. Every part of this is bad. Okay, so I also have a wiring disaster, which is why it still says setting up stream now. But, look, I don't know why people keep promoting this game theory show, but I'm tired of hearing about it. I don't care. I don't know those people. I have no interest. If people are talking about this other... If you're talking about people I don't know, spamming about people I don't know, I'm going to time you out or remove it. Like, it's... Don't spam about people I don't know. Okay. No, more people spamming. I don't want an explanation. I just said if you talk about people I don't know, I'm just going to time you out or ban you. Maybe there was a stream delay there. But yeah, I don't want to hear about whatever this thing is because it's not my problem. It's clearly somebody else's problem. Clearly somebody else screwed up, but I don't care. I've got my own problems I'm dealing with. Like, you can, like, talk about people I know. If you're like, hey, Scar's latest video was really good, that's fine. If you're like, Wells Knight's video is really good, that's fine. If you're like, Matty Patty's video, I don't know who Matty Patty is. Is it pronounced Mate Pate? Is it like a duck? I don't know what ducks are in this context. I'm out of my element. It's no good for me. I don't want to do it. I don't want to deal with it, and you can't make me. So we're not going to do it. Not going to do it. We have a standing rule. Don't want people promoting or talking about stuff that I don't know about because I can't moderate it. If people want to be incompetent or terrible at things and I don't know them, then that's fine. They can go be incompetent and terrible at things. But it's not my problem, and I refuse to allow you to heap more problems on me. I am going to defend my sanity and my time. Cleo, False, and Wells make their own decisions. They are adults. I am making mine. Okay. So, anyway, this is kind of not looking great right now. I don't think Wells has gotten over here yet. But the thing is, so originally I was going to steal ideas from his to work on building a second one of these over here. Hey, Sammy, welcome, welcome, welcome. So I was going to build a second flower farm hut. Yeah. Here's the thing, is like, I spend a lot of time learning things, and I know that I have only so many decades here on this plane of existence, and you know what? I'm gonna choose what I learn about. I'm gonna play favorites about things. Yes, I will be willfully ignorant about stupid people who are a waste of my time. That is just a choice that I am going to make. So I don't know what the details are, and I refuse to educate myself on them. And that's where we're at. Okay. Has Doc been to this real castle? I don't think so, because when he saw it in his video, he thought it was a different castle. So, yeah. Okay. So, we got this building area here. And so we've got this building area here that we are going to put another house on. Icepick says, so Joe, is it safe to assume no Halloween season 8? I haven't been assuming there's no Halloween season 8. Do you mean like no district? I mean, the thing is, the Halloween district I made last year, nobody wanted to use. So I didn't try again this year. I was going to do some Halloween stuff, but to be fair, I completely lost track of time, and somehow it is the 17th of October. So maybe, so I don't know. I hadn't decided not to do Halloween stuff. I still plan to do Halloween stuff, but now that you're pointing out how close to Halloween we are, I'm kind of panicking. But, yeah, no, I've already said people who bring up the game theory thing are going to get timed out. So, yeah, don't, and that's part of a standing rule. Don't talk about shows or channels that I'm unfamiliar with. I don't know what this is. I refuse to learn. But I don't want people spamming about things that I can't vouch for. So, a lot of people are spamming about whatever this is. And I don't care to learn. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove this. We're gonna... Cubs Canyon could be Halloween. But But yeah, so this is obviously the optimal place to make more orange stuff. And there is some sort of angle of like this being a, since this is where we make the orange flowers, maybe there's something Halloween-y about the outside of it. Although it's going to be within view distance of all of the other builds, so we don't want it to be like completely Halloween-y. I don't know. Yeah. NJ says we discussed that last week, right? NJ, that is an unclear antecedent. You should know by now that if you have a sentence complaining or containing it, that, or anything that is not, like using pronouns to refer to concepts, because of the way the chat moves, I'm not going to have any idea what you're referring to. Are you talking about Halloween builds? Like, we discussed Halloween build schedule last week? Or, because I don't think we did. I think we completely, I lost track of it, because I was so focused on getting out the door. To take a break. So yeah, maybe a spooky abandoned house that's super to beans. That was basically what I was thinking. Was a house that doesn't necessarily look blatantly, I don't know. Hey, Desire Fire, thank you for opening up the stream with our first tip of the evening, who says, let's get out of slot 7 this evening. Am I in slot 7? I thought I was in slot 8. Either way, here we go. It's time to direct your attention down to here, to where I'm putting the hot in the hot bar. Howdy, y'all. Grow Hills here, expanding as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. Dee-da-dee-da-dee, dee-da-dee-da-dee-dee-dee. Okay. So, no worry, Desire Fire. You're fine. That puts us evenly 10 away from the next face camera expansion. I should probably get that tips welcome link queued up here. Icepick says, Joe, sorry to ask that, but your Halloweens have been amazing. Well, here's the thing, though, Icepick. I'm not distressed that you asked me because I'm like, I don't want to talk about Halloween. I hate Halloween. No, the problem is I love Halloween, and I'm 17 days behind on getting started making Halloween things, and I only realized it now. So in some ways, it's actually very good that you mentioned this to me, because I kept thinking I have so much time, but time is always against us. Time is the enemy, the past it threatens, the fastest weapon, whether you choose to play it fast and reckless or choose a cautious solution you thought was prudent. In any it'll become the putrid. It's that wealth that I'm pursuing. No dungeon too deep, a mountain too steep to send expendable marks up to the top of the peak or beneath. Anyway, so we got to figure out how we're going to fit Halloween into this. And so this haunted house being like a abandoned house, like I don't want to just make a big pumpkin building here because that will look out of place with the rest of the village. But, okay, don't spam the same question, KJ. That's, if I'm choosing not to answer your question, it's off topic. Okay. Or if I'm choosing not to answer your question, it's because I saw it and didn't care for it, or didn't see any reason to answer it at that time. Posting it again 10 seconds later is no good. Strawberry MC, that's up to your family. I can't decide that for you. You got to make your own life choices for you and your children. I make things that are generally for adults, but that adults seem to frequently deem suitable to watch with their children or grandchildren, but that's up to them. I'm not making things for children. I'm making things that children incidentally watch sometimes. Yeah, so we've got a small footprint here. What kind of wood would we want to do? I live in the United States, so it's still the 17th here. It's Space Moose. I'm not really doing movie theaters right now. If it came out on streaming, I would pay to watch it, but I'm not really going out to the theaters just yet, because I'm waiting for my kid to get vaccinated. Like, even if it's... Because the thing is, like, going to the movies... I can't really just go to the movies without, like, wasting most of the day, which is when I do a lot of work. And if I go at night, then I need to hire a babysitter, so that's expensive. And so it's just like one of those things. Like, it's, I barely went to any movies before COVID happened because what do you call it? Because I was responsible for my child most of the time when her mother was doing her PhD, and now that her mother is left, I'm responsible for her almost all the time anyway. And like, it's just so expensive to get a babysitter to go see a movie. Like, if I'm going to get a babysitter, I'd rather do something else. I can watch a movie on my couch or my sleepy chair. And even if it's not the new movie, I can wait 6 months. And the movie will be on a TV then. Remake a house from a scary movie with references to the movie inside. So the thing is, like, in some ways it would be cool to do something like the cabin from Phasmophobia on the outside. But what I'm realizing is, if we do something like that cabin is just actually just gigantic in terms of like all of those buildings, in order for them to be functional levels in a video game, you need to have a lot of room for the players to navigate, right? So the bizarre thing is they end up creating these like remote mountain cabins or whatever that are gigantic compared to how big they'd be in real life. Cabin from Evil Dead, like, once again, like, that cabin is actually kind of big. But yeah, ideally though, if we just have the facade of the cabin be around there, and then the inside is the, what do you call it, the flower farm, then that'll work. The Evil Dead cabin, maybe it is smaller. It's definitely smaller, I think, than the I feel like the cabin from Evil Dead is definitely smaller than the one from Phaz. But generic cabin. Well, a generic cabin isn't very Halloween-y. So okay. So let me pull up a picture of the cabin from Evil Dead. Yeah, that's not too big, actually. Oh, apparently it was filmed in Morristown, Tennessee. Well, that's cool. I always assumed it was actually filmed in Michigan because that's where it takes place, but yeah, so there's the cabin and then there's the shed. Okay. So you got 4 posts, 2 windows, and a door. I mean, this is pretty doable here. Okay, so when I look at the floor plan here, open image in new tab. Okay, so here's the floor plan image. Okay. So the front of the cabin there, you got the fireplace, you got a window on the side, you got 2 windows on the front with shutters. So to do the shutters right, I feel like maybe I need to make those windows, well, yeah, okay. So we do 1 block, 2 blocks, blocks 4, 5 blocks, 6 blocks. So this would end up, I'm terrified that I'm going to miss the night. It's almost time for bed. It's Judd Otto. It's a 3.5 pound candy haunted Halloween house. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should build that Halloween house in Minecraft. Although that's gonna take. I don't want to wait until Wednesday when we're actually gonna do that. Yeah. 3.5 pounds. That's not the British currency. That's the imperial weight. Yeah, it's a lot of candy. But my daughter tricked me into buying it because she's like, "Daddy, you could use this on your stream. It's only $11." And I'm sure that if you made this on your stream, people would pay more than $11 to watch it. And I'm like, you know what? I think that I'm teaching her economics. I think this is a good buy. You know, people are going to want to see me build this candy house on the stream with Cleo. Yeah, she's right. She's right. And then I get it home and I'm looking at it. It's 3.5 pounds of candy. And I'm like, that is so much candy. That is a lot of candy. Like, I don't know. So, yeah. And it's just the 2 of us to eat it. So she's going to get most of that, realistically. But yeah, I'm kind of worried, like, the cookie walls and stuff. I'm sure that as soon as we unwrap that, that's really going to start going bad. Like, it's not going to stay good indefinitely. Okay. So, we are going to need from the redstone. Yeah, the Candy House stream is going to be Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. Cleo is going to be doing her Halloween painting, and I'm going to do my Halloween Candy House. So, it's going to be a fun stream. David says, I want to watch Joe and Cleo build real-life working automobiles. Yeah, that would be crazy. Ben Overmeyer says, that'll also attract ants like crazy. I know. Like, I'm going to have to probably store it in the fridge when we're not eating it. I don't have a cake tray or something. I don't even know what to... Yeah, it's going to be a whole thing. Louisa says, is there no little pumpkin today? Well, most of the setting up screen... is based, like, right now, a lot of our drawing space here is occupied by the fact that we got to plan out a build. And so we're talking about possibly doing the cabin from Evil Dead, which has a front porch here. That'll be 1 block up. It's going to have some stairs in the middle. It'll have a front door here, have a window with shutters on either side. Shutters are hard to do in Minecraft. And it'll have 4 posts going up. Have a roof that meets there and then slants upward. Now there's another kind of adjacent part of the house back here that's going to go... We'll worry about that later. That part's going to go up that way. And then... Here's our vanishing point. I mean, we're not really being super great about this in general, but yeah. So, big posts, big posts, big posts, big posts. This is going to be kind of a lattice here. Get our little shutter lines. Yeah, so anyway, we don't have room for a pumpkin because we are plotting out our build. See? Build. Acacia doors can look like shutters. That's a good point, Beniomo. So I'm kind of thinking to some degree we'll get started with dark oak just because we have a ton of it. So let's see. When people approach from this, should it be... So the thing is, we're going to have a driveway that goes along the castle road here. And so having this be down here maybe would be good. Let's get that extra lumber out of the way. Quiet Devious says, can we have a little pumpkin on the porch as a treat? Fine. Also, while I draw the little pumpkin, why don't we go ahead and run through our pre-stream checklist and see when we will start the stream. Or if we can start the stream.
"8:30 p.m. the usual streaming setup. Turn on the lights, make sure they're bright and gleam. Title tweet for water tank top and chroma. OBS seems all set, so I click start the stream, and so I'll pause, fold in, and open VLC. I'll pick 2 songs before lay your head down and dream. I'll say that's us to y'all, Joe Hills from Tennessee. Folks asking when will my stream begin? After howdy, it's items and chest tools breaking. Pickaxe went poof while talking to you professional Minecrafter here, there's no mistaking. So I'll click crafting quick anvil time and champ pick, then I'll replace the books in a random chest with care. I'll tour my winery, I'm sure there's blocks somewhere, and then I'll hush and hush and hush and hush chat swear not any closer to recording. Folks keep asking and asking and asking and asking, when will my stream begin? Seriously, y'all, I need to record this next episode I've been working toward. I can't edit without footage, no. Once I'm all geared up, maybe we can start the show.
Alrighty, so it looks like we are all set up. We can go ahead and get rid of all that. Maybe, you know what, just as a treat, get a new pumpkin. Get a new pumpkin here. Boom. Where is that new pumpkin? Where is it? Oh, and we need to draw on a new layer, apparently. And this pumpkin is also going to have a face on it. But it's not going to be happy about it. It's going to be a little happy. A little happy about it. Okay, gonna whoop. There we go. Little pumpkin. High five and hippo. I'm in pumpkin jail. No, basically the way it works is tips make the camera bigger. Every time we hit a $20 tipping milestone, the camera is going to expand. We are currently 20 away from the next face camera expansion, and tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay, so when we think about the layout for this, we want to have the front porch be in front of the area that the orange grows in, right? So we need to figure out where the orange flowers grow out to. So the orange flower just grew there. Okay. So the orange flowers don't seem to grow out this far, is what I'm noticing. So blue, huh? If we're in the middle here, do we get new orange flowers? I think yes. Okay, so this one was new. No, you can't bone meal the flowers directly in Java. That's like a bedrock thing. Okay. So. Can we move the pumpkin gel slightly? There we go. Now I'm kind of poking out. Okay. Yeah, we're trying to make a flower farm, and it's going to look like the cabin from Cabin in the Woods. So we need to figure out roughly where it's going to go, how far forward the porch needs to be and everything. I think we're going to want to extend... Sammy says, what does one do to get sentenced to pumpkin jail? I didn't do anything. I'm innocent, I tell you. Innocent, Sammy. Okay, so... just kind of thinking my way through this. We're going to need to go back that far. Can I get up there? Of course not. That would have been handy if I could, though. Because then I could use my bed. I forgot to set my status. Okay. Hey, welcome, Albrecht. Okay. So... So in general, with the shape of the cabin, it's a lot deeper than it is wide, right? So I'm kind of thinking the way we do it is we go 2 meters wide to the windows. Yeah. Oh boy, this is just, it's such a small cabin, really. It might just be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It might be basically 9 meters wide. So is that consistent with how wide the orange tulip area is? So let's get some torches out here, or scaffold. Did I bring any scaffolds? No. And my entire inventory is now full of nonsense. Okay, I'm having immediate regrets about a lot of the parts of this process. Okay. First thing we're going to do, we're going to put a crafting bench down right next to the other one. And we're going to make 2 chests. We're going to start storing things in them. Okay. I don't even know about some of this stuff. Okay. Sir. So this road is going to come up along here eventually. And so having the cabin here, we can fill in this valley maybe with dirt and terraform it. Because the cabin's supposed to be kind of... there's like a very flat approach to it in the book. Or not the book, in the film. So in the very least, from a terraforming standpoint, we're going to need to level a lot of this. And maybe some of that is bringing this down a bit. If we bring it down a bit, though. Okay, first off, we're going to get scaffolds and torches. We need scaffolds and torches to mark things. Bundles would be great. But you know what? We don't have them. Okay. Let me go ahead and make sure I got my alerts pulled up here, just so we don't miss anything. Hey, there's an alert. Thank you very much to Cameron for tipping 4, who says, here's some quarters so you can play some pinball in the future. Thank you very much, Cameron. That puts us 16 away from the next face camera expansion. Appreciate you. And if anybody else would like to tip, tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Bundles were not announced as part of the Wild update, so I don't know what's going on with that. Bum, bum, bum. You know what I'm realizing too? I might need to get a pumpkin from somewhere. Because I feel like... Wait, what was that noise? Well, I don't know what that noise was. Okay. We'll worry about creepy noises in the apartment later. My daughter's back home from fall break, and so presumably if there's something going on, it's probably her going to the bathroom or something. Scary noises walking through the hall. Scary noises. Okay, so I think that I saw pumpkins back on that side of the build a long time ago. So we're going to try and just head up that way. See if we can find something. I know that wasn't a super far throw, but I didn't want to go super far. I think that there were pumpkins just like on the back side of here or something. There they are. We should probably start our next recording segment. Start recording. HermitCraft, Season 8, Episode 14, Segment Echo. Take 1. Okay. While we wait for Wells to work on that flower building... No. While we wait for Wells to work, I was thinking, you know what? Somebody's been buying all of our orange tulips. I don't have any exemplary orange tulips. I should get an orange tulip in my hand. Maybe another one. Okay. Take 3. While we wait for Wells to work on that wild building over there, I've got 2 orange tulips in my hands. Why? Because they are in incredible demand. We have sold out of every orange tulip we have. And so I think it's time for me to start working on the second automated flower farm. We're going to do that in a slightly different location. And you know what? Since Halloween's coming up and orange is a very spooky color, I got to thinking maybe we should theme that second flower farm to be a little bit spooky. And I started thinking, like, what are the distinctive, you know, like, I don't want to do something that's just, like, super out of place with the build area, right? We're going to grab these pumpkins, too, because they're fun for decorating for Halloween. But, like, you know, with the medieval look we're kind of going for in general around here, it wouldn't really look great if I just had, like, here's a giant pumpkin with a flower farm inside it. So I was like, what kind of abandoned house or structure would like look kind of Halloween-like, but not ruin the overall aesthetic of the build? So let me show you where we're going. Just on the other side of my spawn village here. So anyway, just on the other side of my starter house here, there is this wonderful little, basically flat spot where we can put in that new build. And I realized what I think I want to do is a distinctive cabin from some sort of horror movie. And there's a lot of great ones to choose from. There's Cabin in the Woods, there's Evil Dead, there's Evil Dead 2, there's Bruce Campbell versus the Army of Darkness. You know, a lot of really distinctive cabins in horror films throughout the years. But I was thinking that the probably the Evil Dead 2 cabin would be the best. Now, that's not a family-friendly, kid-friendly film. But you know what? The cabin that we're building isn't going to really have all the ancient horrors that, you know, showed up in the movie inside of it, on account of it needing to be full of a flower farm. So we'll have kind of the exterior of the cabin, I'm thinking, facing out this way. And in the original film, though, the cabin has a very flat approach leading up to it, which this does not. So if we're going to have a flat approach leading up to it, we have two options here. We can either fill this in with dirt or cut that down. Now, the thing about cutting that down is that's going to really kind of wreck our castle approach. Oh, wait, know what? Our castle approach is already wrecked. And so I'm guessing maybe... Well, even if we lower this by 2 blocks, that's still going to be too tall. Yeah, let's just start filling this in, and then we'll start working on the facade and the front porch. Time skip. Stop recording. Pumpkin jail back. Face camera back on. Hi, I'm here. Okay. Whoa! That was a... I saw something flashing there. That was the wings of the... Oh, because I'm holding the flower. I was like, why is this bee all up in my biz? Go buzz off. Out of my biz. Okay. It's fine. So, here we go. We are gonna head up here and be ready to lay our heads down and dream. And then we'll go grab the dirt we need to proceed. Whoops. Whoa. Hitting the mouse by accident. I was trying to click over here, and it looks like Alberic just tipped 5. Thank you, Alberic. Appreciate you. That is going to put us 11 away from the next face camera expansion. And Alberic says, overnight at work again. Thank you for making it go faster. Also, it's sad when you have to scroll so far to get your DOB for Discord. To get to your DOB. I don't know what DOB is in this context. Because I don't think Discord needs your date of birth. So, anyway, either way, thank you very much, Albrecht. That puts us 11 away from the next face camera expansion. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay. So the dirt for terraforming is down here. It was date of birth? Really? That's weird. I would not have expected that. Why does Discord need your date of birth? Oh no, this is in the wrong place now. Okay. Do we have a bucket? No. It's fine. Okay, so we're gonna just dump stuff in here. Oh, does Discord require people's date of birth now? I must have missed that somehow. Okay. Well, no worries. Okay. So, Do we want to lower this by 1 level here? Well, I feel like what I want to do is I want to extend this over. I am behind the pumpkin. Welcome, Eeg. Okay, just adding all this in. Boom, 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 boom. Is that gonna look natural enough from down here? Yeah, I think that'll be okay. So we'll have the road itself. What we'll probably actually do is we'll have this road here link up with that road and come around. We'll probably end up lowering... Is this Silk Touch? Yeah, it is. We'll end up lowering this one by 1. We'll probably end up raising the part that the road is on a little bit, too. Okay. Get rid of those. Okay. Yeah, this will be okay. Okay, so then that's the right level for... Oh, that's still 1 too high. Not today. Oh, okay, maybe today. We're no longer flame. Okay. So we need to move a bunch of storage stuff. But it's very inconvenient to move that storage stuff now while we're doing all this other stuff. So it's just going to be a mess for a little bit while we sort that out. Goodbye, my creeper weathering yard. Or copper weathering yard. I forget what that said already. We hardly knew you. Oh yeah, I forgot you're not supposed to stand in the fires. Womp womp. Hey, welcome Andius Yoda. Glad you could join us this evening. We are currently playing on the HermitCraft server. We're taking a break from working on our gigantic Castle Hohenzollern build over here, which is very unimpressive from these angles. These are the worst possible angles to look at the castle from. But anyway, yeah, we've been working on this castle here for about 6 weeks. We're taking a break to work on a cabin in the woods kind of facade for a flower farm. We're going to build a whole little village of small houses and homes around the castle. And they each kind of serve different purposes. Like the inn and tavern has my brewing station in it. The smithy is where my mega smelter is. So we're going to flatten out some land here and set up a flower farm to gather orange flowers right there. And it's going to look like the cabin from Cabin in the Woods for Halloween. But yeah, so that castle, though, that has been eating a lot of my time and taking a break. Just gonna enjoy. Let's just fill in a hole. Let's just make a nice flat area in front of the cabin. You know, it's going to be good. Okay, whoops. Don't need to do that right now. More blocks. But yeah, I kind of let Halloween catch up to me. and this is something that I'm going to talk about when I do my recording segment later, but if y'all can indulge me, I'm going to kind of go over some of the Halloween stuff that we're doing, or just did today, as kind of a prep for when I do the recording. So my recordings, I don't usually like pre-write a script or anything, but I do know like, oh yeah, if I'm going to build a Halloween build, I'll also talk about like some of the Halloween decorating that I'm doing at home and stuff like that. So yeah, high five and hippo. People can tip at their own convenience. I remind them occasionally. I post the link. You don't need to be guilting people for not tipping or whatever. We're just here hanging out. So, anyway, so today, my daughter and I focused mostly on going through all the Halloween decorations that we already had. I pulled those out of storage from our old apartment, because we lived in the same apartment for several years. And so we had kind of a certain way of decorating where we kind of knew where everything went. But with the new place, we have to kind of figure all that out from scratch. And so we spent a couple, maybe 3 hours today, just kind of, yeah, I guess 2.5, just going around the current apartment, or the new apartment, and kind of figuring out which of the old decorations could go where, because like the floor plan and the layout and everything is way different. Figuring out like, because we don't have a lot of the same like furniture and stuff we did before, you know, so we have like a bunch of like these like dark, gauzy, like, they're not like spider webs, but they are like dark gauzy fabric that we would just drape over a bunch of the furniture, which worked really well at the old place because we had a lot of white furniture then, but we don't have as much of that now. It doesn't look as good on the darker color furniture we got since. So we're kind of figuring out what we could do with what we have already, so then we can go Halloween store shopping later this week and figure out what else we need to pick up. So one of the things we realized is we don't have the right number or types of light bulbs, because we like to like replace all the lamps with like purple and orange and stuff around Halloween, and since the fixtures here are totally different, we got to go through and pick up some new bulbs and stuff later this week. But we did get, I hung up some lights underneath her bunk bed, because she's got like a futon bunk bed with like a couch on the bottom. And so I hung some purple lights underneath the top bunk. So, okay, King Monkey Gaming. There's a whole rule in here about no meta questions. If you want to ask a question, just ask a question. Don't, yeah, don't leave. That's not how. It's not a healthy way to communicate in streams. Uh-oh, sun's getting real low. So we are gonna run. Okay, this is getting filled in pretty well though. Okay. Rigsy Digsy says, my daughters decided on their costumes this weekend. It was a process. Yeah, we haven't decided on ours yet. Oh, I've got my giant Jake the Dog costume. The camera's a little bit small to show it right now, but remind me if the camera gets bigger later to go get the Jake the Dog costume. Llama Monster says, what's a meta question? Amethyst Frog. No, people are. I know that you're not being obnoxious. It's like when somebody is like, can I ask you a question? Like the thing is that because of the way the chat moves, I just don't want to deal with that. Like if you have something to say it. But if you're just clogging the chat, then it gets obnoxious. And like the thing is, before I had that rule, I would be asked this. I would have people say, "Can I ask you a question?" 24 times a day during the stream, and it's like, I just got tired of it. I'm not gonna say yes anymore. I'm going to say timeout. As the chat gets bigger, like sometimes there's just certain things that in order to save time, if we only get to hang out and stream for 2.5, 3 hours a day, right? I don't want to spend all my time answering, yes, you can ask me a question. right? Or no, I don't want to answer a question right now. Like, just say your question, and I'll either ignore it because I don't think it was entertaining or moves the conversation forward, or I'll answer it. Yeah, the middle mouse button lets you pick things out of your inventory. Okay. Okay, so we might pull this layer out here. Yeah, you're welcome, homie. It's just the sort of thing that you need to kind of keep a handle on as the community grows. Otherwise, people who can't manage their chats end up having to just ignore everybody in the chat. And so, yeah, some of these rules might be like, well, that doesn't really make a lot of sense. It doesn't make a lot of sense at a small scale, but at the scale we're getting to, you kind of need stuff like that. Okay. So, now that we've gotten that taken care of to some degree, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull out this back here as well. Arlamon says, when I moderated a programming chat room, the #1 rule was don't ask to ask, just ask. Yeah, it's the sort of thing that, like, you just gotta establish some ground rules at some point to keep the communication moving in a timely manner. Okay. So we're just gonna clear all this out here. Whew. A lot more than I was expecting to terraform today. You know what? That's all right. We're having fun. Okay, so now we have a nice, clear approach, which is going to be very cabin in the woodsy. Whoa, why was there a creeper coming down there? And, wait, there's a creeper and a raiding party? It's not even nighttime. There's no one else online. How is this even happening? Oh, wait, don't blow up in that chest spot. No, don't ruin these entities. Come on. Okay, so we're gonna go drop off a bunch of the dirt we already have. We're gonna dump everything that's not dirt. We're gonna get more dirt. We're picking up some stuff at least here. They're here to party. Amethyst Frog says, Joe, are you excited for frogs? Yeah, I think that they're going to be a fun addition to the game. They're going to make swamps feel a lot more lively. Like, I lived in Florida for a couple years, and swamps are full of life. And, yeah. It's good to see Minecraft making them feel that way, too. The mangroves should be interesting. Oh, my gosh. So we've got a skeleton, we've got a raiding party, we've got a creeper, and a partridge in a pear tree. Oh, yeah, we can't run because we need to eat. Thanks, needing to eat. You're the best. And a polypule in a new tree. Is that what it's called? What is that mangrove part called? A polypule? Okay. So, let's see what we got here. Yeah, fireflies are going to add a lot of livelihood. Just little things like that that just make the game come alive. Like, it's appreciated. By me, at least. I appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to... Some of these chests are just going to be inconveniently located for right now. But the core concept is... we know roughly where the orange goes back to. Okay, so let's grab some of this out of here and make sure that we've got a good setup. A propagule is what it's called? A propagule, okay. Okay, so... getting a lot of non-orange ones over here. Do any orange ones spawn here, or was that just a freak glitch? I think that one was new. Hard to tell with some of this stuff. Hey, welcome Katie Cat. Glad you could join us. Nope. Nothing orange there. That might have been... Maybe I just planted some orange ones there for decoration and then thought there was an orange. Yeah, okay, wait. So these are real. These are real. Woo! Some of these are orange. Yay! So it can happen. Orange ones can spawn here. We definitely need that area to be included in our area. We're going to leave all the orange ones that grow. Because now that we know that they were not hand planted, I'm going to leave these 4 orange ones. Those are legit, real flowers. Maybe I need to actually extend the dirt a little bit, though. Okay. Where's the hole in the ground that I had all this stuff in? Okay. So we're going to grab a little bit more dirt. Actually, let's maybe round this out some a little. And that's not going to get me up to there where we need to go, so we're going to throw another one. Then we're into here. Down to the bed. Okay. I actually, Badger, I didn't say cule, I said pule. I knew it wasn't that word. I didn't know, I knew, okay, even though I couldn't remember propagule, I knew it had an extra P in it. So I was saying it with two P's. It was the wrong word, but I wasn't saying a real word. I was saying a wrong word, or a made-up word by accident. Yep, there's... Now we're doing this. Come on. Where's my trident? Where's my hovercraft? Where's my jetpack? Where's my font of acquired wisdom? Certainly. Okay. Dang it, I thought I had brought extra, ender pearls up here. Dang it, I guess we gotta go back in the house. Well, Drubaka, that makes sense if you're assuming that I was saying a real word, but I wasn't saying a real word. I mispronounced it. I said... it's fine. But no, I knew for sure that the word that you're talking about was a real word, and I knew that that was not the name of it, which is why I said Pule instead of Promagule. It's fine. Yeah. Let's just get some ender pearls out of here. No ender pearls. You know what? Okay. I want to go see Jevon's new ender pearl thing anyway, so... Why don't we just offload a bunch of this stuff right now? And then go take a relatively empty chest. Well, some of these are relatively empty. That one's now completely empty. This one's now mostly empty. Oh wait, no it's not. This one is. Don't yell in all caps, please. Do I want to build a roller coaster? I actually did that 2 seasons ago, I think. Maybe that was last season. They're all running together in my brain. Okay, so we're going to go get a bunch of ender pearls while we wait for these monsters to go away. For replay mod purposes, we're going to go ahead and disconnect and reconnect. Oh boy. Yeah, we don't talk about YouTubers I don't know here because I can't vouch for them and I can't speak about them. So, no spamming about people I don't know on YouTube. Okay, we forgot to change into our gold, but we can bring that. Season 6 was the coaster, okay. Mahi Zero says, I was thinking you could convince Doc to make you an @ nether portal like he did for the Octagon if you give him Jevon's IOU since they're in a trade war. Ooh, that might be good. Let's say good evening to Etho. Good evening, Etho. Okay, so is this... There it is. In the end, it doesn't even matter. Badger says, I think Doc would leave the server if he had to make another portal. Why? Was it really hard to make his portal? Where's the Beetlejuice jacket? Well, we haven't, reached the point with tips to have the Beetlejuice emerge yet. We are actually 11 away from the next face camera expansion. Ooh! This is nice. Oh. That's why Jevin asked. Okay. So I'll never be able to get up to those. Got it. Okay. Oh, yeah, he asked me, do you need to get up to the portals easily? And I was like, no. He's like, okay. Whoa, don't want to... How do you get back down? Okay. We might need to make this more obvious here. Let's go get our ender pearls, and then we'll come back and look at it more. Okay, I don't like how when you walk out now... I feel like before when you walked out, you were on the path. Okay, yeah, and don't talk about people that make YouTube videos that I don't know. I can't vouch for them, and if they're evil people, I don't want them getting free publicity here. I have no idea who that is, but I've had like 25 people come in and try and talk to me about some YouTuber I've never heard of. Whatever his nonsense is isn't my nonsense, so he can go away, and you can not talk about it. It's that easy. Ooh. Okay. So, yeah. From here, it looks really good. It's big old tower there. Not tower, big old ring. Ooh. Yep, I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube. So let's just, as a favor to everyone involved, turn hostile creatures to off. And we're going to flip our mending axe over here while we're here as well. The end island has a halo because it's a little angel. Nope, I still have no wings. Etho hasn't had wings for a while either. He's at 838, so... Yep, he did upgrade all the pillars, too. Is the ring anything other than cosmetic? Well, the ring lets you walk to all of the different, what do you call those? What do you call those teleporters that go through to the other parts of the end? The Fargates? The Stargates? Whatever. It connects all the Stargates. Okay, we'll get those fixed up too while we're here. I mean, everything's mostly good. Mostly at this point, we just need the ender pearls. People are saying they're Fargate SG1s. Got it. Okay. Have a good night, George Harris. Yep, my web camera is currently in pumpkin jail. Okay. So actually, we need to discard some of these because... fun fact, we need room to pick up the ender chests. Dang it. Okay. Great, great, great. Go ahead and have a quick nom. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and turn Enderman sound or enemy sounds back on. Do we need anything while we're here? Do we have anything we need to fix? I don't think so. That's a lot of enchantment stuff. Yeah, we'll just refill those. Okay. This is a very efficient farm. It generates a lot of experience. Can the experience come up the hill? Or up the, thing? No, we don't live in Bodum. Or go there. Every time I go to Bodum, something blows up in, like, Grian's house or Mumbo's shop. Then it takes 2 hours of my night to repair it. So I've stopped going to Bodum. It's too dangerous. Malsieve Live! Welcome, Raiders! My name is Joe Hills. I'm broadcasting live from Nashville, Tennessee, here on the HermitCraft server. We are just about to hop through this portal and return to my area of the server. So I can, show you these flowers out my window. You know, we got some other stuff here, though. Also, I've been working on a giant scale model of Castle Hohenzollern over here with my friend Zombie Cleo. This is most of what's been eating up my time this season. But anyway, you know what? I think that the pumpkin has a message for the Raiders, too. It says, welcome. Whoops. And Malsieve Live Raiders. Whoops, that's... I don't do a lot of handwriting. This is a new gimmick. We're just starting with this. But anyway, welcome, Malsieve Live Raiders. I'm going to go ahead and clear that out. Yay. But yeah, glad you're here. The pumpkin says hello. It also is a little wobbly. And it's blocking my face. But that's okay. People don't need to see my face all the time. Okay. So, we are back in my build area. We had a few things we were working on. I got sidetracked because I ran out of ender pearls quite often. So we need to actually go and add these ender pearls that we just retrieved to my stock in the castle. Should be there any second. Yay, here we are. So inside the courtyard here, it's looking pretty good. I just did this bay window here yesterday, as well as that tower. Been working on this on the whole for about 6 weeks, so there's a lot going on. But let's go ahead and... I think what I want to do is I want to build a new chest. Do I have wood with me? I need to build a new chest with just ender pearls in it, because we have so many ender pearls. And we burn through a lot, too. I'm not using an elytra, really, this season. Because one of my friends created a thing called the No Wings Club. And so right now I've been going 1,552 days without using an elytra. That's in-game days, not like, you know, Imperial or whatever. But anyway, I'm burning through a ton of ender pearls all the time. with my trident. I've got a really good trident, and it's basically letting me do a lot of movement. But we need to... We probably burn through like 20 stacks of pearls a stream. So we're just going to kind of offload this into here for now. Okay. Yum Frogleg says, you and Cleo are doing a fantastic job with the castle. Thank you. Okay. And grab some more here. Somebody says the Bodum portal is extra terrifying at the moment. Did they just put it directly over that Bodum hole? Okay. So, now that we got this, what we were actually supposed to be working on this particular day, today's stream, we're taking a break from all this castle work. How many endermites have I spawned this season? I don't know. I don't think game keeps track of that, but probably in the 70s or 80s. But yeah, we are going to be building a cabin based on the cabin from Evil Dead down there. And we're going to be putting a flower farm inside of it. Okay. Cleo has a or not Cleo. Pearl has a Halloween hat shop. Is the hat shop in Bodum? Because I don't think I'm gonna go. But okay. Somebody put TNT on the path to Bodum in the Nether. Oh yeah, I don't need that. That's. I could check the endermite kill count. That would probably be close. I mean, I definitely don't one-to-one kill them every time. Here's a question though: did those raiders despawn? We had like some. Are they called pillagers or whatever? Minnie's Cookies Craft says, how do I get building abilities like yours, sir? Well, it helps to start with a model. Here, let me show you something. If I move this out of the way. So, I actually built a papercraft model of that castle, which you can kind of see down here in the lower left. Cleo and I, we're both working on the Minecraft build together. We each got a papercraft model of the castle, and spent about 4 hours a week after 6 weeks building them. And so it really helps you to understand the architecture of a place, to build a model of it with instructions that somebody else designed before you do your own model. So like this model we're building in Minecraft, we're kind of making this up as we go, but we're already familiar with it from the real one. Sorry, just switching over to my sports drink so I don't get dehydrated. I feel like I've been very active the last week or so. So I'm trying to not be dehydrated easily. Packed a sports drink for the stream. Now, okay. So where these orange flowers are, this is the fundamental area in which we need to put our flower farm, because the flower farm we're trying to build, we've got one up there that harvests a bunch of colors of flowers, but not orange. So the number one thing that this flower farm has to do is harvest orange flowers. So we are going to kind of fill in, you know, I don't want to say that we're going to fill in all of this here. Going back, because I don't necessarily want to get rid of this pool, but we might not have much of a choice. Let's get the bone meal back out. Thrashing says, this is my first time watching HermitCraft. I'm definitely interested. Ah, thank you. I'm glad you could join us. Just so you know, if this is your first time watching HermitCraft, like, we're mostly looking at stuff that I built right now with my friend Zombie Cleo, but the server is full of really talented people. Like, let's use the magic of Ender Pearl teleportation with tridents. If we go this way a little bit, my friends Hypno and XB Crafted. Hypno built this absolutely gorgeous giant mushroom here. And you might be like, wow, that's a really cool mushroom. Which also, it also provides a great view of my castle. So, look at that. We put in a lot of these back wall windows in the last few days. So if for those of y'all who haven't been here much, if you missed the last week or so. Like, these windows weren't in. This is just really coming together. But then what else do Hypno and XP Crafted build? Well, let me tell you, you're going to love it. If we just come back down here, we're going to ender pearl up and over there. What is that over there? Is that their farm? Well, you're going to love the sculpture outside of their farm. Look at this. Oh, dang it. Hold on. Let me get an ender pearl into my actual hotbar for a change. Look at this. This is so ludicrous. XP and Hypno have this whole like Minecraft farm here, but then they also built these giant horse head mascots. It does look epic. It is fantastic. But yeah, we're gonna. I don't know if they have a bed down here or around here. Of course not. Why would they? So we're going to run into the nether real quick. Our nether this season is not as impressive as some years. But, okay, so we need to take this tunnel. That's a lot of gold. It's crazy how good gold farms are in this game now. Oh yeah, this is ZF's tunnel, which spins when you go down it. Okay. But yeah, let's see. We're gonna head back to my area. You know what? If we go back to the respawn egg, that actually has a bed really close to the portal. That's probably the safest bed portal combination, where I'm not gonna break anything that is of value. Because coming out of a portal at night on this server, most of the portals are not enclosed anywhere. Yeah, so let's go to the world spawn portal. Badger says, how have I not seen that tunnel before? You probably missed the stream where we played with it for 25 minutes and then got tired of it. Okay, so have we overshot it already? Hold on. Yes Wings Club and Rocket Shop. If that's the Yes Wings Club... Is that a villager? Oh. Okay, put signs on things. Don't just... Did I bring signs? Oh, of course not. Yeah, the nether this season is a maze. Where? Am I at gems? I don't want to be at gems at night. That's dangerous. Yeah, the gimmick this season is that Doc M is actually the Doc Minotaur. Or something. I don't know. The nether, our nether hub system will just become more and more of a maze over time. Okay. How are we on tools and stuff over here? So at least one person has claimed a suit of armor. But there are a lot of mobs on fire over there. Although that might be intentional. I don't know what that is, but... Hey, welcome, Sabriel dear. Glad you could join us. The Doctagon. Nice. Okay, so I am lost a little bit. This is the worst. So this tunnel is the worst of the whole network because it just got added like 2 weeks ago, and so we haven't actually gone through and labeled everything yet. Tommy Don says, wait, do you have Twitch, Joe? Yeah, I have Twitch, I have YouTube, I have Discord. I have an iPad with a pumpkin on it. Ooh, pumpkin. Ooh. Ooh. Pumpkin. Hey, looks like we just got a tip rolling in from Spencer. Thank you, Spencer, for the 20, who says, burst free of your Gordian prison, Joe. Well, let's see. That's going to put us 9 past our next face camera expansion milestone. So here we go. It's time to expand. Joe. Alrighty. And I am now slightly larger than a pumpkin. Woo. I was going to say I can wear it like a hat, but I can't because the canvas isn't going to allow me to do that. What would be a festive Halloween hat for me to wear? Let's think outside the box here. Is this about where my head is? Okay, so there's my head. So if we give me... I always like the mayor hat that Scar has. It's a good hat. Although I don't know if it's a mayor hat anymore. It's too tall. Whoops. That's probably about right. Yay! And then we can just erase the head part down here. Deselect. Yay! And then let's add a orange band around it for Halloween. Yay! Looks like a scarecrow hat almost. Okay. A tycoon hat, is that what it's called? Yay. I think my body is slightly above that. There we go. It is, yeah, newly jaded. This is my take on Scar's hat. As in the context of I took Scar's hat. It looks like a default pilgrim hat from school plays. Well, you know what? I'm not in charge of Scar's thing. Thomas says, how long did it take to write Cubs Canyon poems? It was great. About 3 days. I spent 1 day on each poem, basically. And a few hours a day. But, yeah. The thing about writing stuff like that is the more you do it... So it's kind of hard to tell, like, what is the time spent writing? Because a lot of time spent was also on, like, reading other people's poems and trying to get a sense of the feel that we wanted to create and the experience, you know? So, let's see. Okay. Why did we go there? Oh, yeah, we were just showing off Horsehead Farms real quick. What we actually want to do is we want to build the facade for our cabin. But we need a bunch of bone meal to test the things. So let's run over here real quick to our bone meal output machine. Okay, that's enough. Arlamon says, Joe, have you seen the free headgear available from Pearl? I'm terrified of going to Bodum because it's always scary and stuff blows up at me. So, no. We don't go to Bodum. Okay. That's going to be a little bit of an overshoot, but... Okay. So, from up here... That was way more of an overshoot than I wanted. From up here, this is where I actually wanted to land. You can see that we're going to have a little approach here for our cabin. It'll stretch back that way a little bit. We don't want this to be gigantic. We're going to be dealing with dispensers and auto-dispensing the bone meal. And I think that they have like a 5x5 radius. So we're just going to go ahead and get a sense of where the orange one stops spawning. Because the orange and white flowers are the ones that we actually need. Dang it. Ender Pearl. You're the worst. So let's go ahead and stow some of this, actually. Not all, but some. And we're going to get these planks out, too. Okay, so we're definitely not getting any orange this far out. We're going to remove all of the non-orange ones. And then just get a sense of the layout here. Do I really need the stone cutter? No. Okay. Take that out, take that out. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so we are getting orange ones back this far. I thought we would. But this is why we... Yeah, okay, so it goes that far even. Okay, so it switches to red over here mostly. We get some more white over here. We want this building to be as small as possible while still accomplishing its goal. Does anyone see a weird pixel halfway up the left side of the screen? Oh, you're right, you're right. Sorry, I accidentally... That's part of the overlay. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, I just like made a mark, like a dot, like that, and it was just hanging out there. But you know what? Since we got the tablet back out anyway, new hat time. Do. Let's go ahead and give me my cool trucker hat. It's actually not going to look like a very good trucker hat if it's that. Here we go. Ball cap. Look at this. It's like I'm wearing a ball cap sideways. What up, fellow kids? That's real cool. That's how the kids wear their caps, right? Sideways. Yeah. Yeah. No, that looks terrible. What hats can I actually draw? You know, I could just give myself like Bride of Frankenstein hair. Wait, that's way too low. Oh, that's terrible too. Things we can't do well include literally all of this. Then we'll have like a white shock coming down through it. There we go. Perfect. Nailed it. We'll make that maybe slightly larger. There we go. Yay. Perfect. 5 out of 7. Thank you. Oh, boy. Okay. So let's just run up here real quick and use the bed. Okay. Hey, welcome, Todd Father. Glad you could join us. So we're just getting a sense of where the orange flowers start and stop in the pattern here. We really don't need to get rid of these internal ones because they're not going to tell us anything, but I'm just, I like it. Welcome back, Judd Otto. Okay, so... This is one of the areas that I'm not sure if it needs to be in the build or not. What kind of flowers grow back here? We're not really getting any new flowers at all. La la la. Kel's Art says, always something new on your streams, Joe. I like your hat. Thanks. Okay. So, as I'm looking at this, it's pretty obvious where... If this is going to be about 9 wide, where it needs to be, and about how far back it needs to start. So, because like these flowers up here are all garbage flowers. These are flowers that we have plenty of in the other spawner. We don't care anything about them. We care about getting these flowers in the orange and red. Mostly the orange. I just wanted to make sure I'm not missing the cutoff for where there would be any cool orange flowers occasionally spawning over here. But it seems pretty obvious that that's a different pull beyond this point. Okay. Hello, flower bee. Okay. So, yeah. This cluster is just going to be where it's at, is what it seems. Okay. So, for our cabin here, why do tulips make white, light gray dye? I don't know. Why do they? Let's go ahead and start putting in kind of our perimeter walls. This is going to be closer to the house here than I thought it was going to be, but I think it's going to be worth it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if we do it 9 wide, it's not going to get all of them in there. So we can widen it slightly by adding an extra block between the windows and the doors each to make it 11 wide, and it'll still be roughly the right proportions. That looks like that's where we want to be with it. Okay. So, let's see. So if the walls of the build are going to be on top of the porch, right? Let me pull up my reference materials of the cabin here. It looks like it's got like wooden plank siding and wooden plank porch. Okay, so the porch is going to be 2 wide. And probably want spruce for it. It doesn't have anything to do with the chunk borders. It's based on a separate math called flower mapping. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and offload all the flowers that we don't need right now. We're going to grab... I need to grab a bunch of spruce. Oh, wait, who happened to plant a bunch of spruce here earlier? This guy. Hey, welcome Martin Clerk. Glad you could join us. Well, the camera gets bigger when people tip, so I'm glad that you like the camera size, but I also like it when people help me keep the lights on. So, yeah. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. And we are currently 11 away from the next face camera expansion. Harvesting some of this lovely spruce here for our cabin. Okay. So let's go ahead then, and when I look at the... Okay, so it's just going to be planks on the edges. Dang it. Welcome, J-Quest. Glad you could join us. Okay. So this is the rough outline. We're going to have the porch have some darker. The porch is going to come out like this. Although, actually, for the porch, we might want to have it be slabbed. Yeah, I feel like we do want it to be slabbed. So where did I move that? I didn't. It should be... Well, originally at some point I had a crafting table over here, but I have managed to lose it. And the other 4 crafting tables I had over here. So this is just what we're doing now, is making more crafting tables. Oh, wait, hold on. Making the porch out of spruce trap doors might look cool. Let's see, we would need 18 of them. Actually, not exactly, because we would need some... Can I change the angle? Ooh. Okay, yeah. We're going to mess with that later. Doing this right for a change. Welcome back, Reese Clan. Sorry you couldn't sleep. Okay, let's go down the stairs. It's time to go to sleep. No, we're awake again. Okay, so... we've already got the flower shop this season. That's kind of the big one. And we need to be able to restock it better, which is why we're actually doing what we're doing now. Okay. How did I run up short? Okay, that should be enough. Glad to keep you company while you work on your homework there, Green Splatter. I might grab these for here. Okay. So, you go 1, 2, window, 1, 2, door, window. Okay. So we move that one over 1. And we're gonna need some brown glass, I think. Maybe we'll use the black glass. Okay, what are we building? We're building a flower farm, but in the spirit of the cabin from Evil Dead. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and be sad we fell in a hole again. Then we're gonna make some sticks. Wait. We left a ton of sticks over here. Are they still here? We need to get glass anyway, so. Okay, so we got 34 brown glass. That'll pay off. I think I left the sticks down here as well. I mean, we have enough stuff that we can just make sticks. Yeah, we're okay. Goldavik says, is this black and white, Joe? Nope. I'm here in full color. Here's my... Oh, the Gatorade's too green. Here's the abacus. You can see that's red. We are 11 away from the next face camera expansion. Okay, so the inside of our flower farm is going to look like any other flower farm, but the outside is going to look like the cabin from Cabin in the, or not Cabin in the Woods, from Bruce Campbell versus the Army of Darkness. Dang it. Okay, we got too many flowers here. Nothing says flowers like a demon-filled cabin. Okay. Do we want dark oak? No, we want spruce fence. Okay. Dang it. Hunter Walker tips 5, who says, fun fact from a Morristown local. That's where the film was shot and the original cabin was built. That puts us 6 away from the next Face Camera expansion. Hunter Walker says, all that's left of the cabin is the foundation. It was on private land, and the owners demolished it to deter trespassers. Yeah, I'm sure people love going out there to get pictures. So that makes sense. But yeah, thank you very much, Hunter Walker, for that. Okay. So we have... This is very low contrast. And in fairness, the cabin from the movie is low contrast, but I want it to read better. Maybe we do need to make dark oak posts here or something. I don't know. Let's see. It looks like the posts are almost a lighter wood. Maybe not birch, but maybe they're like grayish. There's no good grayish wood is the problem in Minecraft. Yeah, well. Use stripped dark oaks to texture. Yeah, that might work. Polished with salt kind of looks like gray wood. That's a good point. Acacia wood is grayish on the outside. Yeah, the problem with acacia... We can't get stairs. Sorry, I cut myself off from caffeine a little bit before the stream because I gotta wake up, gotta get back into the school starting early schedule. So, and we are past 11. I should probably wrap up the stream soon. Let's go ahead and see what's going on in the broader world here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Let's see. Well, it looks like, what is Frisco Pinball playing?
Oh.
Monkey Island. Huh. I didn't even know there was a Monkey Island pinball game. So yeah, we'll go ahead and read Frisco Pinball. When you get over there, say howdy, y'all. Joe Hills Raid here. Appreciate y'all coming out tonight. It was fun. I have had a really great weekend streaming and hanging out with you guys. 3 streams yesterday and this one tonight. All a blast. Just fantastic. I'm excited about this project, even though I'm kind of coming into it without having the chance to review the source material. Since we didn't come up with the idea until the stream just now, I haven't had a chance to go like rewatch the Evil Dead movies and stuff like that, but hopefully I'll get a chance tomorrow to at least skim through them and get a good idea of how the cabin should look in Minecraft. But anyway, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. La la la.